the last thing that we're going to talk about is total mechanical energy. So total mechanical energy is just another way to explain the law of conservation of energy. So energy cannot be created or destroyed. So my total kinetic energy and my total potential energy added together is total mechanical energy. So if we know two of those things, we can find the other one. For example, this first one is done for you. 950 joules of total mechanical energy is split up into 800 joules of potential energy and 150 joules of kinetic energy. So if we come over here and we see that here the ball is starting to roll, here it starts to come down a slope, and then here it's again flat. So if we have right now 450 joules of kinetic energy, the total mechanical energy isn't going to change because we cannot create or destroy energy. So that's going to stay 950 joules. So if I have 950 joules of total mechanical energy and I subtract 450 joules of kinetic energy from that, then I will get my potential energy. So my potential energy would be 500 joules. So this right here is telling us that potential energy plus kinetic energy equals total mechanical energy. So here, again, our total mechanical energy is not going to change. So it's going to still be 950 joules. If my potential energy, now that I'm flat on the floor and my height is 0 joules, that means that all of my energy is kinetic energy. So again, if you have any questions, please email me. Feel free to slow the video down, pause the video if you need to, jot things down on a piece of paper or in a notebook if you need to as well. All right, we're going to do one more problem here, and then you guys can do the second page on your own. So here we have a roller coaster. And again, it's the same system, right? So if we're starting out with 25,000 joules of total mechanical energy, that's not going to change. So we can take that and we could put it in all of these spots. So 25,000 joules of total mechanical energy is not going to change. So now we have two of the variables and we just need to find the third. So if I have here 25,000 joules of total mechanical energy and 20,000 joules of potential energy, that would give me 5,000 joules of kinetic energy. And again, how I found this out was I took the total mechanical energy and I subtracted the potential energy. So we're going to do the same thing over here. I have 25,000 joules of total mechanical energy, 11,000 joules of kinetic energy. So that means that I must now have 14,000 joules of potential energy. And this is just very simple subtraction equation. You just take the bigger number minus the smaller number, plug that into your calculator, and you should get the answers that I am getting. 25,000 joules of mechanical energy, 15,500 joules of potential energy gives us 9,500 joules of kinetic energy. Now here, they leave, here at the bottom, they're leaving the potential energy out because they want us to understand that if I'm at the bottom of the system, my height is 0. And if potential energy is mass times gravity times height, and height is 0, that means my potential energy is 0. So here I have 0 joules of potential energy, which means that I have 25,000 joules of kinetic energy. So once again, email me if you have any questions. Email Ms. Schoon if you have any questions, if you're in Ms. Schoon's class. And slow the video down if you need to. Rewatch it as many times as you need to, and finish the second page on your own. Thanks.